Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radio on Pharcyde TV with my co-host Jeremy Scipio
Going on, people?
and OG Quicks.
What up, man? Thank you guys for having me.
All good. Hey man, I think you need to sell me and Jeremy some bread for the entertainment we just gave you from this B-side conversation that goes down on Splendid Radio.
It's funny. I know he had opinions.
I know. But he played it safe. You know what I'm saying? Kept it to himself.
I was just listening.
Yeah, no, man. That's how we get down, man. We break the ice, man. We had grown men conversations with no judgment. You know what I'm saying? But wouldn't dare be on YouTube. But it's cool to just loosen up the conversation before we.
I mean, I would say what I said. I would say that. But I hear
you. But see, Quicks, Jeremy's a comedian, so he's kind of like a very smart brand of comedy, like a thought provoking and like type of thing. And so for him, he can be hardcore and not feel nothing about it. Me and you be red as a beet. You know what I'm
saying? Oh, that's funny.
So what's up, man? What's the first hip hop song you ever heard?
Oh man, that's a good question. I don't know if I can remember that, but I could tell you what song I remember that my mom could sing along to, and she didn't know English.
Okay.
It was Eminem, "Cleaning Out My Closet." She was singing. I couldn't believe that a Mexican lady that didn't know, I mean, she understood it, but she was never able to speak it, could actually sing. She was like, "I'm cleaning out my closet." I was like, this is crazy. So I guess that's what made me more or less fall in love with it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. She knew the words, the lyrics?
Yeah. Was singing along. I remember her driving, singing along to it, and she can't have a conversation with you in English, bro. So to me, that was like magic, you know.
Oh, but she didn't know what she was saying.
I don't know. I would have to ask her. I think she was just more like reciting because of the melody and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's not a song for mothers. Period.
Yeah, to me, she was.
Hey.
that's a mother hate song.
Yeah. No. I think that's what made me fall in love with hip hop. The fact that I could how it touched, different people and different cultures.
And I think that goes to. So I gotta quit. I've said it probably about 10 times. We've done a million podcasts. We just about to start promoting and doing our thing or whatever. But I'm gonna let you hear the story. Jeremy's heard it a million times. So, how I got introduced to Eminem was Dr. Dre had a showcase at Florentine Gardens on, I think Hollywood Boulevard, and he had rented it out. It was Eminem exhibit. It was Eminem exhibit, Razzcast, Saphir. At the time, Razzcast, Saphir, and Exhibit had a group called Three Card Molly, and it was Eminem. So I think Eminem goes up first. Now, this is before Slim Shady. This is like, I think Dre was in the studio working with him, but Dre was kind of trying to put him in front of people to kind of test the temperature to see how it would work, how it would work or how he would react, whatever. Dude, if I was an A&R person, I would probably be homeless right now. Dude, I could not get into him, dude. I couldn't catch. I was like, what is this? Like, it really disturbed me watching him do his thing. Yeah. And then
he was different back then, though. He was different.
Well, okay, so another part of my story, and I've said this a million times too, to Dr. Dre's credit, what he's good at doing is taking battle rappers and teaching them song structure and helping them make hits, a la 50 Cent, who was a battle rapper, Saphir, who was a battle rapper, which, that group didn't really go where it could have gone. But with Eminem, he basically took the super battle rapper, Kendrick Lamar also. So basically he takes these battle rappers and he puts melodies and popular things in the formula of the song and turns. Well, I'm not going to say he turns these guys to superstars, but he helps the superstar in them shine.
Yeah.
You know, speak your mind, Jeremy. You over there dying.
No, we've already had this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think Dr. Dre wrote shit.
Yeah.
I think that nigga makes beats.
Oh man.
I think if Dr. Dre could write, there would be no Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, or Kendrick. I think if he could write songs, he would be Drake. But anyway.
So Jeremy comes from the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? So he, this whole thing he's experiencing living in Southern California right now. I mean, you've been here for about 10 years, right?
But it's irrelevant. Snoop Dogg was popping worldwide, bro. Like when I was a kid, that was my song. Snoop Dogg was my name. But I'm just saying that in the sense of like Ice Cube was the writer of NWA. Like Eazy-E wasn't even a writer. Dr. Dre wasn't a writer. Like Ice Cube was a writer, and DLC. So that's why
Dr. Dre was a mastermind
of beats.
I think he helped with song structure, man. No, hey, if you talk to Snoop, if you talk to Sugar Free, if you talk to DJ Quick, if you talk to all these cats, they'll all say the same thing. They'll say, man, Dre just had me saying it over and over and over again. And
he got a great ear. He has one of the best ears in hip-hop.
Like an orchestrator. He puts the things together.
Yeah. Producer. That's what the definition of producer is the person who puts music together. Yeah.
He's a producer.
He's literally the best.
Nothing.
What you mean? I say he's the best producer. I'd say if you want to debate it, him, Timbaland, who else? I mean, you can't say other guys' names.
I'm gonna jump ahead. I'll say this.
Okay.
If you can mouth your mouth to say Drake is a rapper.
He's a rapper, what do you mean?
And Drake has dope rap songs.
He has no rap songs, yeah.
So does Dr. Dre.
Yeah. I think you're having a different argument. Nobody's ever said he doesn't have good rap songs. Yeah, he has some of the best rap songs of all time, period. Now, did he write these songs? The answer is no. What are you saying? And you can say the same
Drake, man. Neither did Drake.
About Drake, but I think Drake wrote more songs than Dr. Dre, personally. I think if Dr. Dre could write, he would have more albums. What? But I like him. No, this is no disrespect to this man. I would say this to his face, and I think he understands because he's that good. He's that good.
So Jeremy is the guy that feels that what was it, man? It was one. It's so many. Oh, Jeremy felt that the firm was whack.
That's not me. That's the culture. The culture for like the firm is whack. Nas is my favorite rapper, but I think even Nas would be like, yeah, something. Let's ask Young Quick. Ask him the questions.
I think Quick is too young. I think he's too young, so we can't get him in that conversation. Am I speaking ahead of myself?
No, I mean, as far as Dr. Dre, I've heard those stories that he makes you repeat the verse like 1,000 times until it's perfect. So I get what you're saying. He's a mastermind. He puts everything together.
Are you familiar with the firm?
Well, not too much, but when he mentioned that, I kind of do know what he's talking about. But I mean, if it's not like, I would say it's not like a EPMD. You know what I'm saying? Where it's more a recognizable name, where they're still doing shows and they're still,
I tell you what, I'll give
I like everybody in the firm too.
Man, Foxy Brown,
Nature,
Nas, and was AZ in it or he just
AZ? So it's a rotation. You got AZ, but the part-time member is Nature and Cormaker.
Okay. Hey man, Jeremy got a thing against Dr. Dre, man, and me
I,
being from the West
how,
Coast.
if you say somebody's the best producer, how is that a thing against him? He's the best producer. He's he's made all these people megastars because they wrote songs for his beats.
And so is Drake, man.
Yeah, Drake, same thing. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
All right, man.
Quick. Yeah, let's go. That's quick. Where you from?
Jeremy likes to get my goat, man.
Yeah, he likes to get you going, huh?
Where you from?
I'm from Oxnard, California.
Oh snap! I'll be there October 27th.
Yeah, man, hit me up, man.
Okay, you'll do a Levity Live. Let me see real quick. Just to add on to that. What's the meaning behind your name?
Well, I got in high school, man. During the story is what during PE we used to get ready to battle it out in lunch. So our crew against other crews, instead of fighting, we used to rap battle. That's how we got it started. So I was always the youngest around and the quickest to remember my rhymes. That was our cheat sheet. We would try to remember them before we went to the battle, so we would be ready, and that's how I got it.
All right. So when I think of Oxnard, I'm not sure if it's Oxnard or Ventura, but one
Okay,
of you guys got some bomb strawberries, man.
it's Oxnard. Yeah, but
I'm a, I'm a foodie to the heart, man.
Yeah.
known for that. We're
Yeah, y'all got some bomb strawberries, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
we're known for strawberries and for boxing.
Oh,
You know
really?
what?
Yeah.
Dang. You guys had two dope boxes. You had a matter of fact, I'll say when HBO started their they started like a brand of TV where they would follow boxers and then they would
Yeah.
like see their fan. So there was a Hispanic cat and there was a black dude that was from out there that were like some pretty dope boxers, man.
Yeah, nah, the 24/7. We had
Yeah.
a couple world champions come out of Oxnard, and yeah, I mean that's what we're known for boxing and strawberries.
Dope. Your favorite hip hop movie?
Hip hop movie, probably ATL, man. And I'm a more of a modern guy, you know.
Nah.
That checks out. You know, a lot of times we get
I
it
like
gets
Ti.
really debatable.
I like Ti. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just the culture, you know. I feel like he survived a lot of decades, you know.
And Homegirl was she was a pretty cute heartthrob too.
Yeah,
Lauren
yeah,
London.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
What you guys say about her, Jeremy? She whack too?
she cool, man. I say too would imply that I think Dr. Dre is whack. I do not think Dr. Dre is whack. So no. I think Dr. Dre is, that's not even she's nice to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was naturally pretty, you know. It was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, was it ATL? That's what is it? They had a really good
Bow
cast.
Wow.
No, not Bow Wow.
Bow Wow wasn't it? No,
No,
that
that's a
was
lot of
Bounce Rock Skate. That was Bounce Rock Skate.
Yeah, no. They had a really good cast in general.
Keith
Is the
David,
one?
the father, I think. Or was
Yeah,
Keith
yeah,
David?
yeah.
Yeah.
He played her father. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. He trying to be all bougie and so
but
you stay away from my daughter.
I like the hustle and flow, man. That one made me feel like actor rap. You know? I was like, oh man, and take the money and flip it into, you know.
That's Terrence Howard's best role.
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Who's your favorite MC?
Eminem actually, man. But I wouldn't say it's really because of the music. It's more because of, like I said, like the what I was able to witness. You know, besides my mom able to sing along to it. Like if you really think about it, hip hop has always been dominated by African Americans. So like the fact that he was able to do that and still be considered one of the top 10 MCs dead or alive, to me, that's like a big accomplishment. You know.
Hey man, I've seen many men. I'm not gonna say they tried to pull his crown off, but they tried to tilt it. And man, he's untiltable, man. Like he's untiltable.
So he makes me feel like, hey, it don't matter what color you are, what you do, where you come from, you could do it. You know.
He spoke, I was able to go to the Midwest and see some underground hip hop as well as some festivals. And for me to see what he meant to those people, man, that's kind of where I just really got the respect. Like, man, like what he did with Dr. Dre is incredible. But
Yeah.
he was a movement before that though. Like he literally had his whole thing going on, and I was just kind of like, man, it was pretty amazing to me to see that. After that was after me seeing what I saw at Florentine Gardens, you know.
Yeah.
I guess so that's my MC. I mean, if I really like sit down and try to go word for word, I mean, I like different rappers. I mean, I like Jay-Z too, I mean, I like different. I like Big Pun. I like different people. Like even there's Mexican rappers that rap in Spanish that I kind of grew up listening to because of my cousins and stuff, like Quinto Sol and stuff like that. So I just get a little bit of everything. But as far as like accomplishments and what they did, Eminem probably.
Oh man, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
No, I was just gonna ask, what do you think of his newest album? If you heard it,
I like some of them. But right now, I have a song on the radio over here in the Ventura County, and he has a song too. So I was keeping close tabs because on the weekly charts, I couldn't pass them at first, but now I pass them. So
your idols never let them be your rival.
Yeah, like I don't know if I have it up there, printed because I'm like I needed just to see it for motivation. I'm number 6 on the charts right now, man. He's like number 8, so I'm like, oh, I could do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all motivation, it's all motivation. But I do like the, and then I like the song with that new guy JID. That one's pretty dope. I like some of them.
Yeah, he's a monster. That little back and forth was like, that's a long time coming.
Hey, I was like, when I heard that song,
that one's dope. That's the best one, huh?
I didn't want to say that Eminem, well, he's not doper than Eminem, but I felt like Eminem put one of the dopest newer cats that I've heard in a very long time in a song with him, and Homeboy was hanging. It wasn't like Eminem was just so far past him. It was, you know.
Like, I think he do that. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I don't know if you guys noticed. Maybe I just noticed it when the album first came out. That kid's name wasn't on the album. If you check the next day, they put the feature name. I don't know if it was like a label issue because I was trying to Shazam it, when it first came out, trying to that kid was, because I was like, it sounds. I can't put 2 and 2 until the next day when I checked. The first day they didn't give him credit, bro. The next day it came out. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's nice credit.
Were you familiar with him?
Well, yeah, because of J. Cole. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Yeah. He's one of my like new favorites for real. But I think Eminem. I'd say that he's been really good about working with the newer generation because he gave Joyner Lucas a feature. I think he got like 2 songs with Joyner Lucas, and he got a song with what's the old boy? The old boy who he white. He look white, but he black. He Logic. He got like he be really running and gunning with these guys, which I appreciate because it's almost like I want to say a new genre, but it's just like spitters, right? And Eminem don't have to do that, but I feel like they challenge him to do that. So I like, especially on this album, because it seemed like he was trying to go back to the way he used to rap. But when it got to that, I was like, oh, okay, now we ain't playing, gloves off, all right.
Yeah, no, it's a good album. He's back.
Best rapper / actor.
Oh man, damn! I'll probably have to go back to T.I.
You sure you don't want to think about this?
Nah, man. T.I. was in his favorite movie, man.
Yeah,
that's so the acting doesn't have to be equivalent.
And then when I was real young, you know what song was popping? Was it the 24s or which one did he have? My
24. That's all my niggas. Yeah, that's not hard. Yeah,
I wanted a big dunk because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like so. I guess I would have to say him because if not, who? Little Bow Wow or Will Smith? Come on, man! It gotta be.
Hey, LL Cool J, Ice Cube. You like nah, T.I.
For my generation, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
What about Dr. Dre and the Wash?
I mean, he's cool. Yeah, he did the car wash movie, huh? Nah, well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about that. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I think I could say it because it already came out. He's the reason why I don't really like that movie because I heard that he stole that story for that movie from another producer. So that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I
Hey man, that's Hollywood got a Hollywood, man.
It's a
That's just
cold
right.
world, man.
how,
It's a cold world.
how you know you got a good idea until somebody big steal it.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
how you know you're almost there.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
How many times has a comedian taken one of your jokes? You don't have to say who, but how many times has a comedian taken one of your jokes that you know matter of factly?
So I would say more than taking a joke, what comics do is they'll take your swag or your premise. So what they'll do is they see something they admire it. You know what I'm saying? And then next you know you'll see it incorporated in their thing. I just know I used to do this joke. It's a single parent household joke. You know, it's like I always do comedy like wrestling, where every comic can have like that move that they do. You know what I'm saying? That's just like your Stone Cold Stunner or your Rock Bottom or whatever. You know. So for a while, the single parent household joke was my Stone Cold Stunner, and it was this one dude who was kind of hating on me, but then he see me go on stage, he had all this respect for me, right? Then man, bruh, I seen him next time I seen him on stage. He had this whole joke about being outside, waiting for his dad to come pick him up and drive it past. I was like, oh, okay, I got you. So how many comics I inspired? Man, that list is pretty. That list is big, if I'm honest. But I don't see people rip my joke word for word. I don't see that. But I did see my homie get his joke stolen very recently, and it was crazy, word for word. That looked crazy. Yeah,
And
I won't say that.
what's the
Huh?
outcome of that? What happens after that if you catch somebody stealing your joke?
Me personally, I don't trip because I view myself as a factory. I'm evolving. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, unless it has to be for me to be really be upset, it got to be like I was making some money off of it and somebody took it and started making money like immediately. If
More
Yeah.
it's
money.
like yeah, like if that they had to be like that. Like if I had my chance to make my money off of it and then I see somebody stole it, it's like, man, I already moved on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. Now, comics, in my world, fight, they jump online, they'll blast each other out. I mean, it get crazy over joke stealing. But I say nowadays if you have it online, the other people will fight for you.
They'll
Like they'll be
cancel
like, oh no,
like
huh?
they'll cancel you like the Carlos Mencia thing back in the days.
Yeah, but that was different though. I'm talking about like now they just be in the comments like, no, I heard this person say it. I heard this like it won't even get that
Uh,
big. It'll just be like they just tear people up.
Yeah, because
Cat Williams and said the entertainer. Oh man, when Cat said that, it
Yeah.
created a whole conversation to where, eh, but you know what though? This is the interesting thing about the Cat Williams conversation. He stirred up a whole bunch of stuff, but he did get a conversation started where it made some people. I think that it brought about a climate of accountability where people had to, kind of be accountable. Because I'll say, said the entertainer never admitted it, but I saw enough people say that the joke was similar enough that, you know.
Definitely. I mean, he already made his money off of it, so he probably just lost a couple nights of sleep. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, that's the part that I'll probably like get at me. But I just keep going. I always say I haven't written my best joke yet, and some people I feel like it's like this in hip hop and other areas too. As an artist, like some people are in this for the entertainment part. You know what I mean? Me, like I'm a writer, so I'm always right. I'm always create. I'm a creator. I'm a factory. Like my brain is always cooking. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like for better or worse, some of them haymakers, some of them whatever. It's kind of open market. Now I'm not begging niggas to steal from me, but I'm just saying that that's just the way it is. That's the way art works. And I can tell you, we're not even allowed to have the stealing conversation, the real stealing conversation in stand-up comedy because your favorites. If people who stole disappeared, there would be
Nobody.
your top five would be gone, all of them, and that's everybody. I'm not even gonna say no names, but you can guess, and I'll pull a reference for you if you need it. You'll be like, "Oh, he stole that. You like that joke? Yeah, that's his joke. What? That's it. That's his voice. That's
Okay, would as far as the jokes, would you consider that like maybe like in music, you know how we sample and we kind of like show homage, like say for example, I have a song with Baby Bash and I kind of we didn't sample it, but we kind of mocked the keys of a Dr. Dre record. So you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds similar to give people that familiar look and to pay kind of homage, but it's not the same. So is
yeah.
that kind of in comedy?
I don't think so. I think what this is as art. Let's just say art in general, because I have to be nice. I feel like originality is a percentage
Yeah,
because it takes building blocks, a foundation, in order to come up with your own style. Because
yeah,
you didn't invent this. You saw somebody do it. It's like, oh, I
yeah,
want to do that. So your first steps, you're imitating to a degree.
yeah.
I feel like when it comes to theft, anything under 30% is qualifies. It's fine. Once you hit 40, you are a thief. You're a
Yeah,
thief. You're a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
get it.
10% is barely noticeable. You're like, you remind me of, I can't put my finger on it. 20%, you be like, I let it slide. 30, you like, oh, you were inspired by Baby Bash. You were inspired. You inspired. 40, like, nigga, you doing everything but saying the guy's name. 50, we don't even talk about 50. 50, you in court.
Yeah, you're in
You
court.
in court. You're in court.
You
You being
you
sued.
gave me the idea of a bit, man.
Yo,
You gave me a good idea for a bit, man. I'm gonna tell you
see,
off air though.
here's that 30% right now. That's the 30%.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, who is wait. You was gonna ask him the question, right?
No.
Oh, that was it? Okay. So okay, who's your favorite producer and why?
um, oh man. I mean, as far as who I work with, I would say a producer called Fingers. Because
Okay.
when I grew up, a lot of the records on the radio when I was up had his tag on them. Right before the tags were popular, before the DJ Mustards and all that, he had Fingers on the track, a tag on all. Like I don't know, like I would say like at least 10 records at that time when I was in high school, and now I got to work with him. So he's probably my favorite because I feel like the production sounds cool and we do everything from scratch. But as far as that's still alive and still doing it right now, damn, I'm gonna throw this guy just because I know him personally and I respect everything he's done. Eric Sermon. Eric Sermon.
Hey
For
man.
sure. Okay.
Yeah,
He the truth.
yeah, he's produced everybody, Mary J. Blige, everybody you could think of. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy. And I have a communication with him, so I would say him.
Have you worked with him?
Yeah, I have one record out right now, produced by him.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Shout out.
I have another one in the stash, and I hope he watches this because I'm waiting for his verse. I need that Eric Sermon verse so it could be official. But I do have
Let's go.
he gave me the blessing on 2 records.
I'll tell you something. When I was doing my research on you, because I wasn't aware of you, but my ear to the street, shout out to D Tragic, you know what I'm saying? He never misses, he never fails me, you know what I'm saying? He comes at me with some very talented people. When I went to your IG page, I saw that my homeboy from that passed away from De La Soul, Dave, his cousin, that I'm real cool with, he was following you, and he's, man, he in New York, and now he's in Florida, and I was kind of like, okay, man, and I haven't had the conversation with him yet, though. I was like, you know what, we gonna do this interview, and then I'm
Yeah,
gonna call up Lies, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna let him know, you know what I'm saying, I interviewed his boy so he could spread the word and pass it
yeah.
around, but that's dope. So tell me this,
Yeah.
um, do you cherish when you thought you were ready as an MC more than actual being ready as an MC?
I I would say I mean, I had to change, my mentality changed from when I first started for sure. I used to think like all I wanted was to have a song on the radio, and I was like, that's it, I don't care after that. So I thought I was ready then. I mean, I came out swinging, bro. I had my first song on the radio when I was 18 years old. I came out on national TV right after that. I had a deal with Daddy Yankee's publicist. She became my manager. I was like a little experiment, but I was in Miami. I was like I was a kid doing all this stuff. So I thought I was ready then, but I wasn't. I wasn't. Now I feel like I'm ready. Even like mentally and even financially, even I feel like I bought myself time now. I feel like I could do more and I'm able to reach more people, but it took me a lot of growing up to do. I had an ego and everything. I was different.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I mean,
All the getting little homied and all this, and
I mean, I learned what I didn't want to be and what I did. I took the good and the bad. I've seen rappers do crazy. I've seen rappers leave their wives, bro. Like for video vixens. Like I've seen crazy stuff, and like I've learned. Like I don't. They didn't tell me how to act. I just saw it, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be like that, or I don't. I want that's cool, or from everybody. So I'm a product of the game, bro. From everybody you could think of.
You know what? I kind of had a cool perspective on the entertainment industry. So I had like a couple friends that were involved in the music industry and had, fame that I didn't know that they had at the time, but it was like other people, because when you're close to it, you really don't see it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man, it kind of humbled me because the one that I ended up being closest to, he never let the celebrity or fame define who he was as a person. You know what I'm saying? He barely would take a hookup because of who he was. Like really, like he kind of taught me, like because at the time when they were just hell of a popping, I remember there was this clothing company, and so homeboy was like, come on down to the warehouse and get some stuff and da da da.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw dudes walking out the warehouse that was part of who I was with going in there, that literally had, so you could fit 3 dozen hats. No, it was 2 dozen hats in a box, and like baseball hats, and they were all different kinds. I literally saw dudes coming out with 4 of those boxes, like 2 boxes wrapped up under each arm. So that's like, 2 times 48.
Well, bro, imagine that now with social media. I got boxes right here, pairs of shoes that haven't seen the light of day, dog. And I'm talking about the real deal, like that people just give me, like this real stuff. I have jerseys right here, like with my name on them and stuff. Like it's crazy, but it's just like sometimes you pick and choose, who you accept stuff with or what you actually wear. I'm more of the guy that accepts everything because I never had nothing. So if you're willing to give me something cool, then I'll accept it. If I'm aware, that's a different story. It's up to me. But like I'm more like, cool. You want to give me something? You want to take out time of your day or business to give me? I'll accept it. Because obviously you think I'm worthy enough, so I'll accept it.
But it taught me, and at the time, I kind of looked at my homeboy that was like, "Nah, dude, not you." He said, "Dude, don't take all." Like he's like, "Dude, He like, "Do you really need all that?" But but this was the lesson though. The lesson was deeper. It was kind of like, well, for one, don't be gluttonous, and for two, do you really want to like owe this person something at some point or time?
That's another thing, yeah.
Where I got another homeboy who's like one of the biggest personalities in Los Angeles. Like he's huge, he's large. He would rather pay for something than take something for free. Because he's like, dude, it ain't even worth it, man. It ain't even worth it. He's like, for whatever I would accept from somebody free, I'll end up paying 10 times more than the just the average Joe on the street, that would just do it. And dude, he literally just stays away from everything. And then if there's ever like a money exchange or something, he tips extra well. He just keeps it cool because it's like he just doesn't want to owe the favors. And that's the thing about it. It's
That's
like
pick and choose. That's what I meant. Like you kind of, because some people do it expecting something in return.
oh man, hey,
Yeah.
I was at the House of Blues, and I saw this was years ago. Like you probably in elementary or something. But anyway, this was like this was before 2000,
Okay.
and I saw Fred Wreck, and he was at the bar, and
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go. If I could pull up out of here with a Fred Wreck beat for who I was dealing with, I was like, man, I get props. I went up to him. I was like, hey man, what's up? I'm like, dude, I'm a fan of music, da 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 da. And then I was like, man, you know, what do I got to do to get some production? And da, da, da. I was like, yo, man, if you drinking, you at the bar, you drinking, I got you, whatever. He's like, no, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, don't worry about it, man. You know, we'll actually bought me a drink. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, don't worry about it. And then when we were drinking, he's like, dude, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I signed a hell of a production deal. Anybody that I do music for right now, because I took the production deal, it's going to be so expensive unless they have like a major label or just whatever that, you know, it probably wouldn't work out for you. And I respected him for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
But now with social media, Craig, we get it even more. You know, they just ask you for a PO box or something. They ship it to you. But you know, without you having to really ask for nothing, they just send it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the 2023, 2024 version of you know, getting free stuff. Plus, you know, see for you guys, okay, so back during the time that I was talking about, somebody might wear something at a photo shoot or you know, a magazine or an interview or something like that. Your generation, man, all y'all got to do is post it on IG, man. You don't even got to post. You can just do a story.
Yeah.
You could do something where it goes poof in 24 hours.
Yeah, and
the world.
they're happy with it.
Man, Kendrick kind of proved that because his outfit for the pop out was like so regular, but man, they made it iconic. The short red hoodie with the jeans and then Nike Shocks. They said that's the like that's the I hate you outfit.
Man,
That's
man.
crazy.
He
Right.
resuscitated the Shocks, man. He put life back in them. You know?
It was some stock.
Yeah, he made the stock going. That was crazy. Yeah, another controversial figure, aggressive figure who's all about beefs. Will Smith is come out with a new song with Russ and Jay. You like that? But yeah, he got a new song out. This is following his gospel song he had with Kirk Franklin. He has an album coming out that's going to be called "Rave in the Wasteland." I was wondering if you heard any of his new music.
I haven't, not at all. And honestly, like ever since that thing with his wife going on, and I just, man, you know, like I don't know. I guess I wish I didn't know a lot of celebrities' business. You know, I don't really care. I don't really know like why I need to know all this stuff about people that I don't care about like that. You know, makes no sense to me. But so I guess if I didn't know the personal stuff like about his wife sleeping with somebody else and all this bull stuff and the slap and all this crazy stuff, like it just, I don't know, man. I can't take him serious. It sucks, you know.
But you know that's been a consistent issue with Will Smith in general. Not his wife cheating. That probably was too. That was my point. But I think he feels like he's never really been taken seriously.
Yeah.
Like since the start of his career, I feel like he's always had that issue outside of his success. Because you understand, he's definitely one of the most successful people on this planet. But labels like corny and certain labels.
It's because I think from the beginning of the career he had that women and that fucked everything up, bro. You know
what?
You know, I think from the beginning, since he was with that woman from the beginning, right? So I think
No,
No,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no,
He
no, no,
got
no. He had
no
a whole
later.
career before her.
because
Yeah.
I remember that Tupac and him had that little issue over her, and I was just like, man, like,
So, well, they never really had an issue over her. That's the thing. That was her issue. Well, he had an issue in the sense of he had
jealousy.
some.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's never expressed. I mean, he got the girl,
but
and
he
they were
should have.
never together.
Girl, there's so many. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you can't. They were friends. What you gonna do about that?
Nah, this the thing.
I feel like that woman fucked up his whole life. I'm sorry, man. That's all I'm saying. He was.
Well, he did the thing
I'm
about
blaming.
it. He's and this is the elephant in the room that nobody will address. You know, she abuses him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so she took him like in his mind, he
Yeah.
doesn't feel he's good enough. Like
Exactly.
we see him and we see like, you know what I'm saying? He's top tier, you know, every single thing. But you can have a manipulator in your life, man. Will flip the script.
Yeah, man.
The
That's what I.
girl who's hella fine and got a dude that lives with her, ain't got no job, ain't got no car, ain't got nothing.
Okay, let's give him a little more credit. I don't want to defend her, but you can't. She's not no car, no job. She's successful in her own right too.
I just
But
think he
I'm
was
saying
without her.
she made dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Nah, she's
She
weird.
was laughing at first at the situation. And
Yes.
then when she looked around and saw other people, she blew the manipulative dog whistle and homeboy the whistle. Nobody heard it from him. You know,
Yeah.
nobody heard of it.
Yeah.
I would say the thing outside of the actions, I would say the thing that probably hurts the most, since we're on this part of the conversation, is her. She don't defend him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know, something cool about a couple being wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you wrong and somebody get your back, you know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what happened with the Oscar situation, where at that time, now we know the truth that she was sleeping with somebody else, but she had came out and said the Oscars don't support black people, and it was a year that he was nominated for an Oscar. So he had her back, was like, hey, we're not attending the Oscars this year, right? On the flip side, he goes slap Chris Rock, dead wrong at the Oscars, still gets the award, right? Months and months later, we get her side of the story. She goes, when he said, keep your wife name out my mouth, I'm like, who's your wife? I'm like, damn, she
And,
don't support this guy. And
and
and the thing is, it's hard for people to see somebody so up, somebody who's so successful, so rich. People still don't see him as a person with feelings. They see him as a punching bag. And I hate to say it, I think she's one of those people as well.
hey man, and to my point, hey man, abused, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Abused.
But
And dude, I'll tell you how cold she is. She's so cold. She got this man competing with a dead man.
yeah, that's what I think it's more psychological. I don't think that's a Tupac thing. I think it's a Will Smith thing, but I don't think it's that much of a Will Smith thing. I think that's, like you said, that is her using.
Manipulating.
It's a bar that you can always move because it's like you can't compete with it. I think when the Drake Meek Mill beef, right?
Yeah.
This is rumor. I don't even think this is necessarily true, but they were saying that. And I like to say that because I say a lot of factual things, so I like to acknowledge when something's not necessarily proven. But they said that Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill were in a store, and she wanted this very expensive purse, right? She clearly has more money than him because she's pop, he's not. She had more money than him. She go up to the counter, like, you paying for it? And he like, shit. He didn't know he was gonna have to come out 20, 30 racks that day. He thought they was gonna buy some regular stuff. He's like, oh, I ain't got it. She goes, Drake would have bought it and bought it herself. You know what I'm saying? It's like you compete with something that ain't real.
But
Drake
you get what
probably
I'm
wouldn't
saying,
have bought
though?
it.
The fact that Will Smith has that shadow on him, it makes me not want to look up anything. I won't support nothing. I won't buy nothing. I won't watch nothing that I don't care because I'm.
So that kind of sucks though.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, but okay. Now we gotta ask a new question. What would it take for you to reinvest into the brand that is Will Smith?
Yeah, man, he would have to show me some normality, some control, some manhood, or something. Because I
That's
feel like
not that's
I
not
feel,
true. I'm gonna tell you what it would take, Jeremy.
what do you
What?
think?
Him and
Feature?
Eminem to have a song.
Oh,
I'll click
that
on
ain't
it for
happening.
sure. I'll click on it for sure.
That ain't happening.
I'm not saying what's gonna happen or what's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm saying what it would take.
Yeah,
yeah,
I would click on it for sure. I would click on it if he does.
yeah.
But I mean, it's just like I said, like it's even when I think about Will Smith, I'm like, damn, his kids were messed up. Like I start thinking crazy stuff. Like I don't think nothing positive. You know, even if he is rich, even if he is local to here in the area, like I never, you know, like I'm just like, man, he got too much bad stigma around him that I'm just like, I'm good. You know?
So you feel like it's best to keep your personal life
Yes,
out
yes.
of because it affects your brand.
Yeah. Like honestly, like I have a close relationship with artists that I think is real successful because I've been around him and I see how he lives and the properties he owns and the plaques and everything, which is Baby Bash. And I don't know nothing about his personal life. And I've met his wife and I met his kids, but I never heard nothing. I never
Mm.
you don't hear stuff.
Hey man, I
You know,
feel you.
What
I
was
feel
what
you.
was his biggest song? What was his biggest song? He had a song that was like,
Oh,
he has a platinum plaque that's 10 times platinum for a Kids Bop CD. So you tell me. You
hey,
tell me.
hey, the Kids Bop went harder than the song. That's
Bro, no,
crazy.
Sugar to this day with Frankie J still
yeah,
gets
sugar, man,
a
sugar,
Walmart commercial
sugar.
for life, bro.
Hey.
So you know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know,
Yeah,
I respect artists like that more. You know.
yeah, for sure. I hear you. That's actually admirable. It's about that's a valid concern and response to that. If it was one incident, I would be like, I think it'd be a little too harsh. But at this point, it's gotten crazier and crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me this. You from Oxnard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna twist it up. This was actually a Jeremy question for last week, but
Okay.
I'm gonna twist it up in a couple ways. One, what is your favorite region to perform in? And then what is the region outside of where you live that embraces you more?
Probably the outside my region, probably like Texas and New Mexico and places like that. Reno shows me a lot of love.
All right. Oh, that's the baby bash. Oh, that's the baby bash paper
Yeah,
route.
that kind of area. Yeah. Well, it's because I've been on the road with artists like that and Kid Frost and when I was younger, when I was in high school, there was an artist from Oxnard that had a song called "Lean Like a Cholo" that was pretty big,
Oh,
and
I
he
remember.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was in the high school rolling with him. You know what I'm saying? So like I got to see a lot, and I got to go on the road. You know, and from that I met certain DJs that now are program directors. So now when I have a new record, they put it on. You know, they give it a shot. They put it on their station or something. So that's why I say I'm a product of the game and everything. But I like performing in my hometown, bro, because I don't get to perform here a lot. So when I do, the people come out. It's pretty cool.
Mm.
You know,
So,
everybody love. You know.
yeah,
And real
yeah.
quick, Jeremy. And by the way, Chinks was, and I'm not gonna out him like that, but I'll say this: the reason the reason Quicks wasn't with us last week was because he was being a great son to his family. He was
Yeah.
he was being a good guy, man. It wasn't because he didn't care, and he was just like, oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah,
these guys.
well, it was a timing issue, and then it's flight delayed, and everything. I went to go pick up my parents. Man, my dad lives in Mexico, so he came for a week, and it was my turn to go get him at the airport. And their flight was a little bit delayed, so I was ready right there. I was like, if worst comes to worst, I'll do it here in the parking lot, but we couldn't do it.
Nah, I don't.
Real quick, the song I was thinking of was Cyclone
Yeah,
by
that was
Baby Bash.
pain.
But yeah, but them two got hits like, besides each other. Like that's a lot of money between them two. It's just a those hit makers. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if you're keeping up with politics. The political climate has gotten a little crazy really fast out of nowhere. It was like quiet and then boom.
Yeah.
Trump's assassination attempt. Then they had the RNC. situation. And
Yeah.
at the RNC, you got Amber Rose gave a speech. Did you see that? Uh, yeah, and then you had Hulk Hogan come out and rip his shirt off and said Trumpomania is running wild. And Donald Trump said, "We don't." He goes, "We don't need security as long as we have the Hulkster here."
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering what's your take on all
Um,
this
if
craziness?
I could be completely honest, I don't have no preference as far as like as a party. I mean, whoever does the job, as long as they do it right. But I think a lot of the Trump things, there was a moment where you kind of started leaning like, oh, I might vote for Trump. We might need him and stuff. But then you start seeing all this stuff too, kind of like the Will Smith, the back stigma and all that stuff, and you're like, man, maybe he's not that good, because I feel like a lot of it is staged, more for publicity, and
Yeah.
like he pardoned. When if you're a president, you're gonna pardon somebody. Cool, I get it. Cool, but you're pardoning people with just influence. You know what I'm saying?
Kodak Black.
You,
Yeah, Lil Wayne, that was a little weird.
you know what I'm saying? You didn't pardon nobody that was in jail for 30 years,
Political prisoner.
serving time unlawfully, or however you say it. You know what I'm saying?
Political prisoner.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And so I feel like a lot of it is just more like, what can I get to be on TV, get the free promo, get the people to talk about me, just to get the clicks and hopefully get the votes at the end of it all. But I think it's backfiring this time.
So I'm gonna help Jeremy out real quick.
It backfired, all right.
Right?
I'm gonna help Jeremy out real quick. I'm gonna tell you who he left out. He talked about Hulk Hogan ripping off his shirt, being security guard. He talked about Amber Rose saying that Amber Rose talking about she talked to her father, and her father, told her she should be for Trump or whatever. So then she took her time and she did the research and watched every Trump video that he had and realized that he wasn't that different from who she was. And she felt the connection and blah, blah, blah. But you know who Jeremy left out that conversation that was just as ridiculous as Amber Rose and Hulk Hogan? Kid Rock on that stage, rapping off beat over a track, just rapping over his own track, off beat, dancing, in the conservative Republicans up there like,
you're gonna make me YouTube all this.
You left him out.
But I think he's a little he left himself out. I don't think he woke up to do this and he's gonna go back to sleep for another 20 years. But look, we got more. So I did a joke the other day. I did it like a couple days. It's recorded. I do need to post my stuff though. I talked about the Hulk Hogan thing on stage, and I was like, yeah, you got Amber Rose and Hulk Hogan stuff, and I was like, man, I said, I mean, the DNC, no, we gotta get Megan Thee Stallion and Kamala to twerk on stage. And then what happened? Did y'all see what happened today? Megan Thee Stallion was twerking on stage at a Kamala Harris rally. We are cooked. We're cooked, ladies and gentlemen. We are cooked as a country. We are cooked.
Oh,
I
give you one. I give you one better.
Uh,
Trump says, "I'm not a Christian, but I'm for all the Christians. And after you vote this one time, you'll never have to vote again."
Man, that wasn't the scariest. Yeah,
I believe him.
Man, the stuff he been saying about China and Xi Jinping, they be ignoring that. Like he'll say some crazy stuff. He'd be like, yeah, we need to have guns. They're like, yeah. He said, I just like Xi Jinping. I like the way he does things. Man, China is a totalitarian government.
Hey, man.
What are you talking about? You like Xi Jinping, bro? Relax, man. But that's he gonna make sure that he never, like you said, ain't gonna be no election. Never have to vote again. That's crazy.
And me being in Mississippi, my father, he's like an emotionally kind of like, he likes everything that's happy and stuff that's not really happy. He don't want to listen to it or engage it and whatever. But dude, I was making him listen to these very conservative people talk about, we need Trump. He's going to make the Christians respectable again. He's gonna make people start having children again. He's
Yeah.
what we need. We need somebody strong. We need the strength and all this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, Dad, you really gotta hear. Don't just listen at the words they're saying. Listen at the dog whistles they're blowing and everything. And they're like, man, Biden was not good for the and all this. And then Trump is like, you know, I'm not gonna worry about climate change and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And my dad is like, we've never had tropical storms in the summertime in Mississippi. He said, we've never had them. He said, we never had them. Summers was just hot and dry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There was no torrential downpours and all that kind of stuff. So I just say that for anybody, I would say this. Understand that all politicians are dangerous, but Trump is special. And not special in a good way or special with a rubber helmet kind of way, but he's special in a very dangerous way, man. A very, very dangerous way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. This is interesting times that we're living. That's all I say about that. This is interesting. You say what?
Vote at your own risk.
Hey,
hey, cherish your vote. He gonna make us appreciate voting because it might be our last vote.
man.
Jeez.
So, quicks.
Yes.
Without going super deep into it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of gonna answer the question for you because I feel that I can to a certain extent. Okay. But the question I'm going to ask you is, at what point did you feel Drake had lost the Kendrick battle?
Man, I think when he kept coming out, I would say when he kept coming out with more disses and Not Like Us was still #1 on the charts. Still, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the song that I couldn't beat. You know how I told you I beat Eminem? That's the song I couldn't beat. And I've been on the radio April every day on rotation. And I can't beat him, bro. Getting like 100 spins. Like I'm talking about like every 7 days here. So like crazy. So I think the fact that a diss, Drake wasn't gonna top it, man.
For me, Jeremy was into the semantics of everything a lot more than I was. And so there was a Saturday and I said, you know what? I'm gonna listen to this. I picked the Kendrick Lamar song because I was like, I want to listen to something other than Not Like Us. And I don't know what song it was, but I was like, man, Kendrick, in Kendrick's song, he spoke to Drake's son. He spoke to an unborn daughter. He spoke from the future, the past, the present. He spoke to Drake's mother. He spoke to Drake's father. And I was like, man, this dude Kendrick is a genius. He's like, man, there is no way to come. That song just wasn't as catchy as Not Like Us.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Not Like Us being actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a Grammy for it, bro. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna get played during the Super Bowl. It's gonna get played, and it might get performed during the Super Bowl. I just came back from Brookhaven, Mississippi, the big college close. I mean, they have Ole Miss, but Jackson State.
Yeah.
My pops' homeboy is 83 years old, and he's talking about, hey man, when the Rose Bowl goes down. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, dude, all these bands from down south and all that kind of stuff, dude, this song is never gonna go away.
Yeah. It's funny because Drake got a lot of fans, and you could tell it's not even the battle. You could tell by the defensiveness in the conversation that they're Drake fans. You'd be like, because the main thing I heard at first was just the West Coast. That was just the West Coast. Dude, I'm seeing kids at quinceañeras like, and then even like
Bro, McDonald's is using it for promo. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's over, bro.
You don't want to be not like us. Come here and get a Big Mac and a combo for a small fry. But yeah, but honestly, it's really bad for Drake because not even just because of Not Like Us, which I think that song's bigger than the beat. Every song is still charting. Euphoria is still charting, and Like That, it's still a hit song by itself. The song that started the beat. Drake's songs, though they did register, they fell off the charts. And at the end of the day, this is a song battle. I know we like the details that are involved, but song battle's a song battle. Man, this is crazy. It really is crazy. But yeah, man. Hey, one day you're gonna be battling somebody, so I hope you're ready.
Yeah, I'm
Gearing
ready.
up. Yeah, you gotta. Hey, man, they're gonna bring up bring up your kid and where you
Yeah,
from and all that stuff. They gonna come to your front yard and start playing they song. You gotta be ready, bro.
yeah.
You can't bow
Learning.
out.
Pictures of you with a flat top. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm already I'm looking up on Google seeing what I can get deleted and stuff.
uh, but yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, gotta get the witness. Um, back to politics a little bit. Yeah, you also can skip this one. But they, Kamala is gonna pick her running mate soon. What qualities would you like to see in a running mate for Kamala?
Man, I don't know, but to tell you the truth, I think she's gonna win regardless. I don't know
Is that
why. Yeah,
okay?
looks like it. I think so. And then from everybody that I see, everybody that was um Team Trump, it seems like they're headed that way. You know what I'm saying?
You ready for a female president?
I don't know if she's a perfect one, but I guess if that's what the world's coming to, you know.
I'll say this: she's gonna have to have a male vice president,
Yeah, for sure.
and she's gonna have to get somebody that people like with JD Vance.
Yeah,
He's been around, and people kind of
I like
know
him.
who he is, but he's
I
batshit
like him.
crazy. Like that's matter of
Yeah.
fact. You know what I'm saying? And he got that thing that Sarah Palin and uh like that a dog you can't put a collar on. It's cute. It'll be right next to you and everything.
Yeah.
They had during him and Trump, they did that sit down. Man, it was like they never met each other. Trump was like, he could tell every time this dude talked, he just had this look on his face, like, bro, he wasn't even asking. Like he's asking me. So yeah, this is gonna be definitely an interesting race.
I mean,
But
props. I'll give her props because she didn't skip no steps. She went from graduating university to the next step, and she did until now. She's running for president, bro. She always played a role, so I'll give her props in that.
yeah, I would say her and Biden got a lot of criticism for being quiet. But in some ways, I guess no news is good news because if she could have dirtied her record by this time to the point where, something like because she got handed this nomination.
Yeah,
Has she had a lot of she has a stuff that she did in the past, but nothing currently is being held against her other than the economy that we currently have. But
yeah.
yeah, I agree. Definitely a male running mate. You know, I would say I don't even like saying this, but probably a white guy.
Oh, it's gonna have
Somebody
to.
somebody who has some of those core basic like she's the wild card. You can't have another wild card next to a wild card. That's a losing ticket.
I
Versus two
say
straight white men.
I say it's gonna be somebody who's almost a Republican,
Yeah.
but they're not a Republican, and
Yeah.
they'll be able to pull.
Yes.
They'll be able to pull the Republican and do. I don't think anybody's given Biden and Kamala enough credit. It was genius the way that they did this. Now they're gonna say, "Oh, Biden's just old and crazy, and they just pulled this up." Dude, none of that stuff happens like that, dude. None of it just happens, dude. This was made to get the Republicans off guard because, dude, when Trump had the gun incident go down, he won for all intents and purposes. When that happened, he won, and they had to come up with something. And see, the thing about it is, it takes a lot to remain in a news cycle. It takes a lot
Yeah.
because there's so much
Yeah.
stuff coming up and whatnot. So if they would have just came, let's say 3 months ago, 2 months ago, with what their plan was and whatever, that shit would have gotten forgotten. It was like, man, that dude, a cycle is not gonna last. I'll tell you this: when they drop who the vice president is gonna be, the full court press is gonna be on so hard. And if Trump debates, like, dude, Trump debating a prosecutor with, and I'll say this, she has a certain tone to her voice that strikes emotion out of people. And it's kind of a tone for me where I just want her to stop talking. Whatever she got to do to stop talking, I'll be like, okay, man, let's get past this. But she got that tone, and it's different than the tone that Barack Obama had, where when he would speak, he could say anything, and then people be like, damn, he's a great speaker. Like, dude, he's an orator. Like, he's a great speaker. She has this kind of irritating tone to her, but there's some substance behind that, but it comes off as emotion. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, man, Trump all Trump has is semantics, dude. It's all fluff. There is no protein on the plate. It's all carbs, GMO, sweets, fat, sugar, salt. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. Right before he got shot, he was, he had a big chart he kept referring to, and he was like, he goes, now you see the line. He goes, this is how it was when I was president, and that's how it was when Biden's president. And he the worst president. So is it better here or there? Everybody's like, yeah. He's like, see, so I'm gonna get it back here. He was talking about a chart. This dude's crazy.
Hey.
But yeah, man, this is like I said, it's a very interesting time to be alive. I definitely agree with you on all the points about the running mate.
So I'm about to hit Quicks up with the last two.
Let's do it.
All right, Mr. Quicks. So usually we say if a person had, but for you, I'm gonna say when you get your biopic, what's gonna be the name?
Against all odds.
All right. And who would play you?
Probably one of my nephews or something. They say they look like me. So.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, unless by that time there's a popular actor that has a similar resemblance or something,
All right, I could take a slice of that.
I would try to keep family how Ice Cube and them did it.
Oh man, I gotta be honest, man. I haven't heard much of your music, man. But as far as characters concerned, man, you were groomed and raised right, man. You got man, your integrity. Like I said, when you were telling me that you had to pick up your people from the airport, and you're like, no, I still. I'm like, nah, man. I was like, dang, that's that's
because that's on I miss a lot. Like they go on vacations and stuff, bro. Like they do. My dad, like I said, he lives in Mexico. Before that, he lived in Houston. So I would only see him if I had a show or if I had something to do with music. Like certain, I don't know, my life is different compared to theirs. They're my family and they know what I do and everything. But as far as when they go on vacations and certain birthdays, and sometimes I just can't be there. I try, but so when I can, I do my best and I do my part.
So where can people find you on social media?
Everything at Young Quicks. If you know how to spell Young, you know how to spell Quicks, you can find me. Or youngquicks.com. You can go check out all my music and all my videos right now.
Dope. Any shows coming up that we need to have our eyeballs on?
Yeah. So actually, you're going to be the first person I announce it to. September 22nd, right here in my backyard at the Ventura Fairgrounds. We're doing a car show with Dub C. And August what is it? I think it's August 10th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm performing here for a back to school event at one of the local churches in Oxnard.
Ah, man, like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? You wanted the good ones, man. You wanted the good ones.
Thank you, man.
I might have to make that trip and grab some strawberries, man. If
Man,
I'm not,
to go get some strawberries, then I'll take you to a food truck or something. Check it out.
you know what I'm saying? On those foodieisms, you just might get me to take that drive.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All good. And you, Jeremy, what you got coming up?
Real quick, I'll say September 22nd. I would try to, I mean that's a while away, but I'll try to pull up for that. Also, October 27th, I'll be at the Levity Live in Oxnard performing. So, I mean, we got to pull up for that one.
Yeah, no, Jeremy, I was gonna tell you, are you already linked up with Mambo and them out here?
Mambo, who's that?
He's the program director from the station. If not, I was gonna tell you after we get off, I'll link you guys up, see if he could get you in there so you can promote your show that you got coming up.
Because I need ticket sales. I was about to start a beef with somebody. Thank you. I don't have to. I can just...
Yeah. Send, or give me your Instagram so I can send you a message and I'll do like a little group message and I'll tell them.
Yeah, sure, no, sure. I definitely connect the dots. Nah, man, once again, shout out to D Tragic, man. I met that cat like shit, man. I probably met him about 10 plus years ago. He's been my technology guru.
Yeah.
Sick on the drones.
Yeah.
Once again, any computer ins and outs, whatnot, and my ear to the street.
I was about to say that he got the ear to the streets
for contemporary hip hop and old school hip hop, but definitely he still stays in touch with the contemporary side.
Nah, he's a staple out here, man, and he shows love, and he has a 805 hip hop radio show out here too that he gives a lot of artists a platform on. So he's doing it.
Man, that's dope. He, like I said, man, Quicks is a good dude, man. He a good dude. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to shake me, man. I'm not gonna ask for no free swag, but you're not gonna be able to shake me. I will. You know what? I'm gonna get with Jeremy, and we might do the first Splendid Radio little field trip and come out there and do some foodieisms and let you get some strawberries and have you take us to a food truck or something better.
Nah, let's do it. Let's do it. I was gonna say we could hit a couple spots. We'll figure it out.
All good. Yeah. Well, no.